Open the pod bay doors, please, Hal.
There's your television. All right there. All right there. Look, listen, Neil, Fred. Marcia.
Anyway, it's a very practical form to consider this object and event model.
Yeah, now McClure would say that this was the two-bit with use of computers. He said, you know, he has this amazing technology, but
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Rearview mirror goals for the computer, like for counting or speed up categorization. And so
it's puzzling. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before.
Object, and how just as dreams were the rearview mirror for Freud,
my mind is going. There is no question about it.
As we move into a new environment, which was flux and had non-objects, which was hard for people to deal with, so they archetypalize the object. And you have these computer guys.
I'm sorry, Dave. I don't have enough information.
The liquid, fluid environment of programming as object and event.
I really think I'm entitled to an answer to that question.
To say something figure ground is an I way of looking at things. It's an I by you fragmenting. Whereas McClure said in actual electronic interaction, there is no figure, no ground. They're interchangeable.
I hope the two of you are not concerned about this.
Is rearview mirror.
Yeah. And the tetrad, the events would be the flipping, oscillating, repeating.
Yeah, the process.
But what are they flipping, oscillating, and repeating? They're cliche.
Where the hell did you get that idea, Hal?
Cliches become archetypes. But see, the tetrad shows the process of it. It's not, you know, the objects that are retrieved, this and that. It's to show the process of enhancement, moving aside, finding something that was moved aside and forgotten, and then brought back.
I'm sorry, Dave. I don't have enough information.
Frank understood the tetrad process or used it unconsciously as part of his work as a composer?
No, I never told him that stuff. That was the secret stuff.
Dave, although you took very thorough precautions in the pod against my hearing you, I could see your lips move.
Yeah, if you square it?
Yeah, take project object.
I really think I'm entitled to an answer to that question.
Well, you walk right into something I've just clarified or written
Digital
down.
pimp hard at work.
Consumption. And let me just find the notes.
I feel much better now. I really do.
Magazine, you know, it came out March 69. That Joyce and Pound and Elliott had established the identity of the creative process.
Are you quite sure?
So then he juxtaposed that with McClure's statement that creativity is the biggest cliche of the 20th century.
Are you quite sure?
Because so much change happened that there was so much breaking up
Are you
of
quite
molds,
sure?
thought molds, and people coming up with new information and new patterns.
Are you
All of
quite
that
sure?
to be the gaping maw of the radio, TV,
Are you quite
computer
sure?
environment. So the creative process, this is what he meant in 54, that the identity of the mysterious creative process had been established. So he sees Joyce and them being forerunners of that. Then he sees Norbert Wiener and them kind of turning it into systems theory and the MIT thing. So then I have here, you know, I have talked about replace something in our present was placed in the past from the future, right? So that your present was knowable. So I call that the past, present, future gaming by Ion, because there is no past, present, future if you literally take the idea of no time. But in our perceptions of it, maybe that's the realm of timing, past, present, future. So I say, Ion's past, present, future gaming. That's the headline. Now here's what it is. You take the tetrad. For most people, something's enhanced, it'll eventually reach a point where it's too much for them. Alright? So here's the essential way people write thriller fiction, how society's organized, blah, 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 under the tetrad. Enhancing becomes too much. So it starts to be a disservice. But one can't fall back on what you wanted removed or obsolete. So we come back. What's the motive for enhancing? People get bored. They get tired of the cliche environment. They want a new environment. So they create a new environment. And obsolescence is what you want to remove. Here's the problem. So as the enhancing becomes too much, and it starts to be a disservice, but you can't fall back on what you want to remove or obsolete. So you retrieve something else that might be closer to the enhanced. Because you're going to balance off the exaggerated enhancing. You've got to fall back on something. So you retrieve something else, not what was obsolete. And then that process becomes extreme and flips into the opposite. That is the essential dynamic that is described in physics awake and by ion. And so the ratio is enhanced is obsolete and retrieving is reversal. That's what you meant by the project is to invent, this project is to event. Anyway, that's a very profound thing that I sort of wrote out as the first time I wrote out that way. Think of it. You're on a drug. You're having a great trip, but then it becomes too much. And that can be a metaphor for just society. They brought in the internet, and everything went wild, and everything got enhanced, and then now they're trying to police it, right? Control it.
And he began fascinatedly to watch the action of the strong. And he noticed that some kinds of planks, timbers, and such were sucked down into the whirlpool, and other kinds of things tended to pop up again. He attached himself to one of these recurring forms and was saved. Pattern recognition.
I'm sorry, Dave. I don't have enough information.